You don't need to go to acting school to shoot your own video. You don't have to be a master of the stage. Or do you? So, welcome, it's Richard Butler here, Director of Education at PLR.me. Part-time actor, part-time video producer, and funny guy. Come on in. I was just working on a video script and doing some editing. Now, some popular questions I hear a lot is, Richard, do I have to get on video? Or, Richard, you make it seem so easy. I want to be like you. Can you coach me to become a YouTube star? Well, I can't. Well, okay, they don't really say that. But, you know, I have delusions of grandeur. The guy has a dream, right? Anyways, just come on, focus. I think the two things that people fear most in life are doing tax returns and getting on video. And I want to show you the 3 myths and show you what you need to do. But first, let's do a little bit of coaching here. So pull up the chair, come closer.
What do you have a fear of? How many people are actually watching you live? You can always take 2, right? You only get better by doing it again and again.
I tell you, if I showed you one of my earlier videos...
Hey, thanks for your interest in NLP. My name is Richard Butler of richardbutlerthesuccesscoach.com.
Oh, well, hold on. You didn't come here for a coaching session, right? Or to see one of my older videos, but you came here to get some practical tips on how to take PLR content and make a video out of it. And hold on, before you ask, yes, you do have to get on camera. Why? Well, because as a coach, people want to get to know you and see who you are and what you have to say. And as a coach, there's no better way to connect with your audience than be on video. So let's start with myth number 1. You need top quality equipment to record videos. This is an excuse. Okay? People always say, I can't get on video until I have a pro camera. But you have a smartphone, right? From the last 5 years. Well, that's all you need.
Well, yeah, but what about the microphone?
Well, honestly, you can record great sound from the headphones that came with your phone, assuming they have a mic. So something like this you could actually use, and you could just wrap it around the back of your head like that and make sure that the volume is here so it's not too intrusive. You could get a lapel mic, which is what I'm using now, connected to my iPhone. Or if you're doing tutorial style videos, well, you may have seen me using these. And I tell you, these come in really handy because in my part-time job at a hamburger joint, I can say,
can I have extra fries there and a large milkshake, please?
That's a joke. But these headphones are actually really good for tutorial style videos. I tell you, don't underestimate the smartphone that you have because it's really, really good. One essential piece of equipment that you need is a throwing star. Now, hold on a second. That's not a throwing star. This is actually a tabletop tripod that, well, I can put on my tabletop. Now, this is your standard type of screw here. You can mount your webcam on it, or what you can do is you can buy something like this. And what this allows you to do is to screw this onto the tripod, and then it has an expandy thing, technical term expandy thing, where you can actually put your telephone. Now, what I would suggest, though, is to get different angles is a tripod. And this is an extendable tripod. And it was my very first tripod, which I love. I love your tripod. But I've since upgraded to a better model. So this one here, well, it has things like it has a little spirit level here. I can add this on here. So if I want to take landscape videos, I can do that. Or I can put it on like that. And I can actually, if I can do it, and I can actually move this as well if I wanted to put it at different angles. So tripods are definitely useful. Why? Because you don't want, well, if you remember from many years ago, the Blair Witch Project, that they were running and the camera was shaking. You don't want a shaky effect like that. Unless you want a shaky effect because you're making a horror movie, but I don't think you are. Anyway, so what you want to make sure is stability of your camera. And a tripod is essential. Amazon have them maybe for 20, 30 bucks. So without a tripod, your video is going to be as jumpy as well, I can't think of a good analogy. Well, why don't you leave an analogy in the comments, and the best one gets a free dinner with me in Barcelona.
Flights, accommodations, airport transfers, and any other additional costs are not included.
Sorry, the legal team told me I had to say that. Okay, so far you have your tripod. Again, you don't need anything fancy. Your smartphone, your headphones with a mic. Now you need to find a quiet place where you can set up the camera. Always look out for distractions that might distract the viewer. These 6 things will help you stay top of mind can't believe that you can see my half empty or empty cup of coffee there, but okay. So you always want people to focus on you, and you don't want them to be focusing on something in the background. You don't need to build a whole set. You don't need to get set designers in. You can do everything in your kitchen or living room. Just tidy up a little bit. But don't forget, you could even use your laptop to start off. You have a webcam on your laptop. You could use that. I started with that, and then I started upgrading, and I have too many cameras now, I think. But don't let the tech be an excuse. Now, myth number 2, you can wing it. Now, when you feel comfortable with being on camera, yes, perhaps you could wing it a little, but you know what ends up happening? You end up rambling about things like the time I went for dinner and saw one of the singers from U2, and then we got the bus home, but on the way to the bus stop, we actually stopped for a quick nightcap. Man, you see what happened? I took my eyes off the script and Script? What script, Richard? Well, you need to have some sort of structure to your video. In fact, you need to have a structure. So yes, you should script out your videos so you know what you're going to say and when. Now, why is this important? Because, well, if you're succinct and say what you have to say, people will respond better to your video. And if they respond to your video, comments or likes, then this means your video may get more traction and more views. They don't want to hear ums and ahs and ooh, what was I going to say next? Now, remember there is a transaction here. Your viewers pay you with their time, and we don't have any spare time to waste, right? So don't let people feel like they spent their time and wasted it. Thus, a script is essential. What do I do with a script? Well, it might seem like a question that would get an answer like, you can stick it up your... But of course, that's not the answer I'm going to give you. If you are doing a live, you can have this script on your screen and casually look at it now and again. But don't make it so obvious. If you're pre-recording a video, it's much easier as you can pause, look at the script, and then resume recording. Seriously, it's not that difficult. Or you could get a teleprompter. Now, I have this one, which is a physical one now, but you can also get software-based ones like this one here on screen. They really are a lifesaver. And all of our videos are now done with scripts because it is so much easier. It allows you to get your thoughts on paper. You don't ramble, and if you make a mistake, you can pick up where you left off. But hey, if you've made it this far, do you mind giving this video a like and subscribe and maybe leave a comment below? It would really help us and we would love it. Myth number 3. There are 3 myths. Actually, I didn't have a third myth. I just thought, well, you know, the number 3 hooks people. So, hold on. That reminds me of something really, really important. The hook. When starting your video, you need to have a hook. Now that's something that grabs people's attention. I mean, which do you prefer? Today, I'm going to show you how to create a video from PLR. Or 3 myths that stop you from recording videos. Or do these 3 things to make better videos. I mean, number 2 and 3 are better, right? So hook your viewers in with something interesting without it being spammy, of course, and then deliver on that promise. Now, let's get back to the whole PLR.me content part of this video. You can take any PLR.me item and use it as your video script. Then, like I did, you can tell people for more info, they can download the PDF you created in step 1. Now let's summarize a couple of things. I really think the best thing you can do is start off with Facebook Lives. Why? Because you have to just do it and there's no take 2 or take 3. The more you do this, the more comfortable you will get in front of the camera. Now, once you are comfortable doing these things, you can then start recording longer pieces of content. Plus, using Facebook Live, you don't need any special editing equipment. And to be honest, just get on camera, get onto Facebook Live, just get used to it. And someday, you can be a YouTube star like me, baby. Talk to you very soon. Take 1. Take 2. Oh my God, take 742 and air conditioning sound.